Yeah. Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Esse jogo aqui deve ser bom, né? Vamos ver aí. Promete aí. Mais jogo de terror.
I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
Eita, o maluco matou.
I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again.
O cara sumiu, viu?
Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stand my feet.
Isso aqui é bem feito. Manda agora. Meta X pra correr. Só chupar. Bizarro.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
Fica no farol, olha.
The bridge had collapsed.
Uma garrafa.
I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
Agora tá direito. Arrumando um farol. Eita! Demônio aí, demônio. E agora? Eita! Pô, aquela puta que eu matei sem querer. E agora?
Think you're God. You think you can just make up stuff. Play with people's lives and kill them. You think it adds to the drama.
Tá porra.
You missed your deadline. Damn. You can't stop me.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
Fela da puta. E agora?
How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation?
Está destruindo tudo. Pernas pra quem te quer agora. Ei, tá acabando. Como é que tá se acabando? O maluco faz uma véia correndo. Aqui tem um cara ali, ó.
There's no time to lose! It's coming! Inside
Tá se
now!
acabando aí. Ei, tu vai morreu, velho.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
Ei. Já era.
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Tá trazendo ele. Bezebui.
Follow the light. You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there.
Na luz.
Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand? No. Follow my light.
Tá ficando certo.
I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. When it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
Tô na boquinha. Tô na boquinha. A safada. Olha que safada, velho. Tô na boquinha da safada.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your
Ai,
enemy.
bicho feio.
Here, take the gun. Pick up the revolver.
Now you'll die.
Só uma boquinha. Só uma boquinha. Só uma boquinha. Pega, rapariga.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now. In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
Tá massa. Tá bom, vem cá. Só uma boquinha. Só uma boquinha. Uma boquinha. Jogar dois. Mete, poxa. Aparece de novo. Parece um inferno aqui. E ela falou também pra não, hein? 3. É pra que te quer. 4.
I can keep this up forever.
Cabrucho. E assim? Vivo ou morto, que demônio que é eu. O balo tá só o bagaço. Morto. Eita, destruindo tudo ali. Tem que ficar. Vou correr. Peço para quem que quero.
Shh, baby. Just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right.
Ele é bonito, hein?
Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Cidadezinha bonita. Que é um mundo real. Será que vai ter monstro também?
Let's act like we're on vacation. Go stand next to that old gentleman there. I want a shot of you with the town in the background.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Alan, before I miss the shot.
Hi.
E aí?
Hello there. You picked a good time to visit our town. Deerfest is just 2 weeks away.
Deerfest, huh? Did you hear that, honey?
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Alan Wake.
I won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself. I hope this isn't too presumptuous of me, but I'm the night host at the local radio station. Any chance I could get an interview?
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us. I'm sure you understand.
Fair enough. You can trust me to be discreet. Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though. I hope you two have a lovely holiday.
Chegando já.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones.
E aí,
So you made
boneca?
a friend. That's cute.
Right. Yeah?
Hey, bestseller, how's my favorite writer? Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah, we just got it.
Are the locals giving you trouble? Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come make sure that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay. And you call me if there's a problem, okay? Okay. Just looking out for you, buddy. Talk to you later.
I love you too, Barry.
You know he's going to be calling you every 5 minutes.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the phone.
What did I tell you?
Text message from Barry. He says hi to you too.
Jogar.
Alan, we're here. Come on, let's get back to the car.
Cidade.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us. I'll go fill her up while you get the key. I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alan, thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go on. I'll promise to behave. I'd forgotten there were still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me. I'm looking for...
Mr. Wake. Alan Wake. Oh, God! I am your biggest fan. I know people say that all the time, but I really am.
I'm glad to hear that.
Rose.
Rose, I'm looking for Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment. I can't believe it. I've got all of your books. I got the cutout from the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
And you keep it here. Well, okay. Good for you.
Try the coffee.
Right.
Just
So
don't
much
blame
for
me when you fall in
vacation.
love, because it'll break your heart when you have to leave.
Rusty here is no longer human. Nothing but black coffee under a thin layer of skin.
Yeah, that
Do
makes
me
two
a
of us.
favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right now.
Cabra feio.
Coconut.
Agora?
Number 6 in the jukebox. I'd do it myself, but both of my legs.
Go in there, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
I think I can handle it, ma'am. I didn't want to wait. I wanted to find Stuckey, to get the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache. Overeager fans always did. Hello? Mr. Stuckey?
couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
Chave.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife. I insist.
Thanks.
Cauldron Lake is a special place. Very inspiring.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark. This really ought to be fixed, and then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
Even that sounds better than your singing.
Are you all right?
Splendid, splendid! Damn hernia. It swells up like a balloon.
The Andersons, they're, local musicians. We're waiting for Dr. Hartman to come pick them up. They wandered off from his clinic at the Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Bye, Mr. Wake.
Well done.
Mission accomplished. The key and the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
That diner was a real nut house.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for a book.
We're supposed to be on vacation, Alice. I'll figure it out when we get back home. Okay?
Okay. We can talk about this later.
Batman here on KBFF.
I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
Here's another one of my favorites to go with it.
Once upon a time, I was a successful writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years. Not since my last book.
And now the weather. It's gonna be a clear night, so you folks in the big city might want to look up every once in a while. See those stars winking down at you? It gets pretty dark out here, but they'll light your way.
Wow. It's gorgeous, Alan.
It's something, all right. Don't worry, honey. I'll get you inside safe and sound before it gets dark. And I've got the flashlight.
I know. I'm okay.
Alice had a phobia. The fear of darkness. I wanted to make sure we were inside with the lights on before sunset.
Se foi.
The island had once been the site for a
Acho que a
love
chave
story.
primeira.
Maybe it would be that again.
Tá.
Alice had told me about Cauldron Lake Lodge. The old building used to be a hotel, but these days it was no longer open to the public. Here we go. Let's take a look inside. Come on.
It's dark in there. We need lights. Can you figure out how to get the power on, honey?
Hello? Anyone here?
Yep.
For a moment, the oppressive feel of the nightmare I had seen on the ferry returned. Damn. I needed to get the power running in the cabin. There had to be a fuse box or a generator somewhere on the island. The cabin looked like a time capsule from the 60s, or even earlier.
Yep.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. Just ran into one on the ferry. Famous artist over.
The power cable goes to that shed over there.
Now let's go to the phone.
I know who that famous artist was. It was Alan.
A shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him before.
Secou. Ainda aqui. Acho que tem a palha.
There's probably a fuse box or a generator in the shed.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Era aqui fora. Isso que é fácil. Inovador de criança.
The lights are on! Good work, honey. I'll freshen up a bit and start settling in.
Okay, I'll look
Fazer
around a
uma
bit.
mala.
Sure thing! Have fun!
Fazer as malas. Eu vi só.
It was a beautiful place. I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work. I thought we could be happy here.
Alice? Honey?
The old door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't have come out in the dark.
Alan, I'm upstairs. I have a surprise for you.
Los bis. Aí.
Surprise!
Alice? What is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past...
Damn it, Alice! Everyone
keeps... Hey! Just hear me out! There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman. I read a book of his. He has a private clinic here. He specializes in helping artists. Maybe
So now you want to get me committed?
No! It's not like that. That's not... Alan? Alan?
Just don't! I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice! God damn it!
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through. Damn it. Alice?
Alice? Alice!
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
Alice, I'm coming! It's all right, I'm coming!
What the hell?
Já é.
Stay away from me!
Alice? Alice?
Vira.
Oh no!
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Alice. The phone was dead. I'd have to find help on foot. Among Alice's things was a book, The Creator's Dilemma, by a Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my fight with Alice. I didn't like it, and I didn't like the guy's smug face on the cover either. The gas station was my best bet. They'd have a phone I could use. It looked like a long hike through the forest to get there.
Interessante, ninguém sabe.
Damn.
Ei, carro já.
Hello? Is someone there?
The loose sheets of paper were pages from a manuscript entitled Departure. That was the name I planned to use for the next novel I had never gotten started. I was named the author. I hadn't written it. I couldn't remember writing it. In the scene on the page, the hero was attacked by an axe murderer in the woods at night. Departure by Alan Wake. The man turned to face me. His face was covered in shadows. It was hard to...
Anybody there? Please! I've been in an accident!
Vai pegar. Ah, o jogo. Pô, já tudo pra onde?
The lights up ahead were a good sign. Maybe I wouldn't have to hike all the way down to the gas station to find a phone.
Vocês.
Anybody there? Please! I've been in an accident!
Eu sei que...
Hey!
What?
Hey, you! Phil! There's been an accident. I need help.
Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Carl Stuckey.
Pleased
to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square. And square.
Eita, porra. Corre.
Lose?
Shit. Yeehaw.
It's the latest thing!
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stuckey would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Coisa boa.
During your trying
Esse bruxo tá
it's
aí.
the latest thing. Incontestably proven. Let you.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff's Station. Only
Hello? Hello?
Cholesterol levels.
Hein?
This is bad.
Com as balas, tá ruim.
There were more of them.
Ai, pra porra. Tá. Porra. Diabo é
I never
isso?
fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick. The dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station. Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Não sei pra que essa poiqueira. Tô dizendo? Já pensou? Ai, folgada. Matar, se matar. Fica perto do bando direto. Tem aqui, tem ali. Vai que tem bala. Deixa eu pegar escapela aqui.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible. Rose knew she had been gushing, but right now she didn't. What the hell was that?
É urubu. Ah, urubu. Porque isso era um posto. Vai ter descido ali mesmo.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
Chegando no posto. Você vai pro outro lado. Ai, tem nego por aqui, hein?
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Acho que eu vou poupar as balas. Pois tu vai chegar matando. Ah, mas não segue, né? Ai, vai dar tudo. Ai, foguinho tosco. Ah, olha só, pendura. Vai fazer isso não. Tem nada aqui. Ser besta aqui foi. O jogo vai dar trabalho. Ah, é por aqui. Ah. Deu uma lanterna.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Vai pegar.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
Tem algum baixo por aqui. Deu muita pilha. Vocês velho da boca podre. Ah, isso aí. Estamos doentes.
With all this forestry equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Vai usar 12 agora não. Mas é bom pra monstro mais forte. Ah, lata velha. Tô achando que vai aparecer mais monstro. Certeza. Dar uma 12 assim de graça não vão dar. É, pelo visto não vai aparecer não. Interessante. Acabando.
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather's absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. To listeners now, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this.
Não sei pra que esse extintor, esse revólver aí. Chega no posto.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the dark. I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the skies. At first I kept finding the pages as if by accident. Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no coat. Monster Dog is
Olha esse defunto passando por direto. Traíra, viu? Ih, vai dar respeito. Respeito. Pega não? aqui, vai dar boca pro outro, vem. Vem aqui, vem. Sumiu? Só gasta minhas balas. Ela tá ficando sinistro, né? Porra, velho. Galera. A galera atrás. Pá. É assim que aparecer mais. Tá chegando na reta final e eu vou passar as músicas. A extratorzinha aí vai se mexer. Não sei como. Ah, galera. Desde o fundo fica olhando. Morri. Deixa mais sacanagem. Ai, desgraça. Ah, eu mato tudinho. Ah, eu mato. 11 balas.
It bestows immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a
Ó, tá passando novo. Aqui, vamos fazer um teste. Massa, viu? Fica muito rápido. O joguinho aqui é um pouquinho fraco, mas... É isso? Bicho, parece que é voz.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come. Assuming I'd reach the lights at the gas station alive.
Todo jogo. Te dá muita munição. Para suba. Acabou tudo.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice. After the insanity I had just experienced in the darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting. At least for a moment, the sane world reasserted itself. The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now. The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight. I'll write. I'll keep writing. Outside there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her, I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
É, parece que deu certo. Ixi, parece que agora.
Oh, thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
É, pessoal. Por aqui mesmo. Acho que esse poder morreu mesmo. Vamos ver o lugar que ele estava agora. Se existe ou não. Não existe.
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night.
Pequeno.
Just a sprinkle stardust and a whisper. Go to sleep, everything is alright.